up, everybody? I'm making a video today on my 1990 Mustang LX 5-liter 5-speed. I made a couple shorts about this car, and how I got it, why it's here, and some more explanation to how I got it is in my last video about my F-150. But yeah, this thing is basically 100% bone stock, except 373 gear, Flowmaster mufflers, and a Hurst shifter, which really is how they should have came stock, with a 373 gear and a better shifter. Stock shifters really were not that great in these cars, but it is a pretty nice car. Runs good. Only thing in here is it's got an aftermarket radio, but I mean, it's nice. Ashtray door does work. Get my Bluetooth connector out of there. Alright, but yeah, ashtray door does work. Plug that back in, get rid of that static. Hood here. Alright. 5-liter HO factory intake. I mean, everything's stock. Factory airbox. So, how about we get to driving this? Alright guys, so let's get going. The car is already warmed up since I did drive it to work today, and this thing, it's probably going to get daily driven, which, I mean, I kind of feel bad about, because just, how nice it is and how original this car is, but it's whatever. These 5-liter small blocks are indestructible motors. This thing's only got 71,000 miles on it, so it's pretty fresh. And AC does work too, which who really cares, but it's warm. Stock cars, they're really not that fast, but they do have some pretty good get up and go. Especially, I'm telling you, if you own a bone stock Fox body or like a SN95 with a 4.6 liter in it, the first thing you should do if you're trying to wake the car up is change the gears, because the gears that Ford put in them from factory, they're like more better on gas mileage, better for the highway. But if you want to pick up a lot on the low end on these like 80s through, I guess, early 2000s Mustangs, that's what you want. Obviously, short throw shifter helps quite a bit. Now I'm going to yap a little bit about this Hurst shifter here. From what I hear, a lot of people like them, a lot of people don't, because they're so tall. I mean, yeah, the base is like a short throw shifter. It has like a little bolt in there to stop so you don't overextend the shift forks, which is why a lot of these T5s shatter like glass all the time with stock shifter. But I don't know, I like it. I like the white ball and the long handle. Just, it feels right. Gives you a lot more leverage to yank on the thing. Third gear. Fifth, like it never happened. Cars handle like really surprisingly well for, I mean, being like, what, at the bare minimum 32-year-old Mustangs. That the bodies, especially in convertibles, they have a tendency to flex a lot, but these cars do handle very well. Even the convertible I had is an 86 convertible, no subframe connectors, just they just handle well. Such a light car. I really don't know what it is, but they're a blast to drive, even in stock form. Shifting this car, first gear you get about 5,200 RPM, and I mean, you can physically feel the motor just like, okay, I'm done pulling, and it just plateaus. And, you know, second gear and up, it's like 5,000 RPM. Because, you know, bone stock, these cars, these Fox bodies were made to produce a lot, and I mean a lot of low-end torque. That's where they shine, and that's where they get their kick from, is that low end, just get up and go. Turn down here. There's usually nobody ever on this road anyway. I made a short about, you know, like, this is how you drive a Fox body, and it was me no lift shifting from first, second to third. Now, yeah, I really hate doing that to this car. I mean, the stock T5, the already weak, fairly weak chassis that these things have from factory. You know, people rip out torque boxes, or I'm sure if you go on YouTube, you can find a video of, you know, like people with C-clip axles, because all 8.8s in these cars, they're C-clip axles. So that's another popular thing people do, the C-clip eliminators, to have the axles kind of like bolt in, like on a 9-inch Ford or an 8 3/4 Chrysler. Because there's tons of videos out there of people with C-clip axles, or the drag strip, or they're just on the road and they're getting it, and oh, that was my driver's side axle. Not cool. It's so hard when you get into one of these cars. It takes every ounce of willpower in your body to just not rip on the thing, because they just accept it so much. These cars just, they don't care. autocross, drag racing, street car. I mean, they are just awesome for really being almost like, I don't know, what's a good way to put this? Here, hold on, let me turn here while I'm not distracted. I don't know, I had something in my head, but these cars are just like a clean slate in a way. Like, there are so many different routes, there's so many different things you can choose to do with your Fox Body Mustang. It's unreal. I mean, you can do like what I'm doing with my 1991 LX, the Bimini car. You can make like a period correct 90s street strip car with, you know, you do like heads, a cam, an intake, and a whole bunch of other, you know, little tricks. And like a set of drag lights, or hell, even 10 holes look great with a pair of slicks in the back. Or, you know, just clean slate to do whatever you want with. But yeah, get used to this car because it's going to be on the channel quite a bit. I want to take it down to Charlotte, not to sell, but I think they do like some Fox Body show down there, and I want to go and I want to take this car and drive it all the way down there. You know, just road trip it. I think they do something like Chocolate Fox in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I would also like to take this thing to. You guys can't see it, but this guy right here, he's got a ton of Mustangs. He's got an Aero nose, like 87 and up, LX convertible back there on welds. Some tight turns here. Fairly well for, you know, being about 220 horsepower, 180 at the wheels. Cars these are. It's the torque that really sells these cars and makes them feel like they have so much more than they actually have. I mean, these cars, they will run a pretty decent time in the quarter mile. I think they're like a mid 14, but you know, they're still, for what they are, it's pretty impressive, and it is very, very easy to make them run a whole lot faster than that. Yap a little bit about my car, my blue Mustang. So I bought that car, and we still have this around. But I had that 86 convertible, and that thing was a complete turd. I mean, it ran fine. I abused it. I made its life hell. But at the end of the day, it was convertible. The interior was kind of trashed. And, you know, it was just all those little things about it were just like, okay, somebody who wasn't very tasteful had this car, and it shows. So I got rid of that. I bought that blue car, and had to do the shock towers, which I'm glad I did. Granted, now, with the welding experience I have, I could have done a job a million times better than what it is, but it's structural. Yeah, we think like an intake gasket, maybe a head gasket or something blue, because it's burning some coolant, but other than that, it really runs great. And it's a heads cam intake, pretty radical for being a stock bottom end too. It's got a Roush 200 heads, World Products, pretty big heads, 202 160 valves, you know, and it's got an F cam and Edelbrock Performer RPM 2 intake. You know, you got underdrive pulleys and all that little stuff that, you know, gain 10 horsepower. Alright, since I'm a child, I'm gonna do a burnout because burnouts are cool. This smile right here, foxbodys, man. Foxbodys. So anyway, what I was saying about that car, it also has a 373 gear in it. Only thing I did was the rear end. I pulled the axles out and installed extended studs because I wanted to run a pair of slicks on there, the drag strip. It's got a drive shaft loop, you know, just all that dumb stuff they make you have with a drag strip. Somebody's not playing drive shaft loops. But as things have played out with that car, you know, got to go back into it. Got to do compression tests first of all. You know, got to look, see if intake gasket's blown, if head gasket's blown, or if it's burning wood. I really don't know. It's came out of 89 GT, so it's what is that now? A 36-year-old short block that Ford put together. But you know, you live, you learn. Now I wish I took it to a machine shop and had it honed and got a new set of rings, because that would have been smart. That is not what I did. Oh, I gotta no lift it. Oh yeah, short shift it. Cars, when they're stock, if you walk out of burnout, or if you're just shifting it really fast, or you know, you dump the clutch and you want to smoke the tires through second gear, shift at about 4,000 RPM. You got to short shift these cars, because when you shift it at 4,000 RPM, it'll put it back down to like 3. So it's going to be happy. It's going to be in its power band. And it's gonna, you know, it's gonna want to spin the tires more than you shift it at 5,700 and it drops down to 4,700. It's plateauing again. But anyway, yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to put out a video on this car, go drive it around, beat on it, quick shift it, do burnout, no lift shift, you know. All that fun stuff that you're supposed to do in a fox body, because they are the best at not making enough power to kill themselves, but also having enough power to be incredibly fun and at times a little bit scary. So they're like, price has gone up now, but you know, back 10, 15 years ago, which I did not live, I wish I did. but I did not live that time. These cars were cheap, and they were the perfect balance of just easy to work on, because believe me, in 1990, you're wrong if you went and bought a Camaro or a Firebird. I'm sorry, everybody who likes F-body Camaros, you're wrong. I had a 89 Firebird. That thing, first off, what I don't like is the fake dual exhaust. It's, you know, two manifolds come down, goes to one pipe, splits back up. To get to the starter, you had to, where the two manifolds came together and went to the single pipe, you had to take that pipe, you had to unbolt it, kind of drop it, and then I'm not sure, I really don't remember that well. I think you had to, the passenger side manifold, you had to loosen up or take off, you know, just to wiggle that starter out. And the throttle body injection, that is the biggest piece of garbage that General Motors has ever made. Ford does EFI very well. I like old school cars. I like newer things like coming out now, like the new S550 Mustangs, the Challengers. Those are all cool, but to me, it's not the same. It doesn't give you the same feeling as like a Mustang like this. You know, there's so much like traction control. I don't want traction control. Get out of here right now. Why is the car trying to help me? If I want to drive like an idiot, I'm gonna drive like an idiot. I know it's just you push a button and it's gone, but still. But yeah, back on track here. You know, I don't know if you can see it, but my 72 Dart with a 340, it's a 4-speed car. That basically a little heads cam intake setup too, but that's carbureted. That F-150's carbureted. Everything is carbureted for me, unless it's a Fox body Mustang or, you know, obviously like a newer car. Like if you have a Coyote car or a new Hemi, then yeah, sure. But everything else, like any Ford small block that's not in a Fox body, anything for that matter, like any Chrysler product. Well, Chrysler never had really performance fuel injection. I think they started fuel injection when the Magnums came out, which, you know, you make good power with those. Basically an LA motor. But for me, everything's carbureted except these cars, because Ford does it so well. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you don't have a Fox body Mustang, you're missing something in your life. Everybody needs a Fox body Mustang, just like how every American citizen should own a AR-15. Every American citizen should own a Fox body Mustang. They're just awesome. But yeah, don't really have much else to say. Kind of blanking here now. But yeah, just wanted to put a little video on this car out and yap a little bit. But you know, there'll be more coming. This car ain't going nowhere, and you know, I'll do more totally driving based videos. Like I'll go out and you know, take some corners, or hell, I do want to take this car to the drag strip as well. Just see what my driving can do to get the fastest possible time out of this bone stock Mustang. Not bone stock, but close. So, all right, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want more content of this Fox body and my other blue car, leave that in the comments. Yeah, nothing else much to say, but thanks for watching.